Thousands of people swarmed into the Phoenix Park, eager for their glimpse of Pope Francis, the papal mass, the high point of the pontiff's short trip to Ireland. The wind and rain, no deterrent, with ponchos and plastic at the ready. Scenes of joy as Pope Francis travelled through the congregation, young and old surging forward for a smile, a wave, a photograph. Wearing green vestments inspired by Celtic imagery, Pope Francis celebrated Mass. Given his earlier comment in Knock referring to the open wound caused by clerical child sex abuse and institutional abuse in general, there was an expectation that the pontiff would further address the matter this afternoon. And he did just that, delivering a handwritten address at the beginning of the Mass. Speaking of his meeting yesterday with 8 abuse survivors, the Pope said he wanted to seek forgiveness for the crimes perpetrated.
Pedimos perdón por los abusos en Irlanda.
We ask forgiveness for the abuses in Ireland, abuses of power and conscience, sexual abuses on the part of qualified members of the Church.
De manera especial, pedimos perdón.
In a special way, we ask forgiveness for all the abuses committed in various types of institutions run by religious men and women and other members of the Church.
Y de otros miembros de la Iglesia. Y pedimos perdón.
And we also ask forgiveness for all the cases of labour exploitation to which so many young people were subjected.
A long-awaited acknowledgement of the pain and damage caused by a church hierarchy which had sought to cover up abuses.
We ask forgiveness for some members of the hierarchy who did not take care of these painful situations and kept silent. We ask forgiveness.
Those who had come through mother and baby homes have long campaigned for a declaration that, contrary to what they have been told, they had not committed a mortal sin.
We ask forgiveness for all those times in which many single mothers were told that to seek their children who had been separated from them, and the same thing being said to those sons and daughters themselves, that this was a mortal sin.
Esto no es pecado mortal. Es cuarto mandamiento.
This is not a mortal sin. It is the 4th commandment. We ask for forgiveness.
There was applause for much of what the Pope said, a sense perhaps of hope that healing could begin, but a view too that words are one matter, action is another. Later, a recognition of the wider Irish Catholic family, representatives of the We Are Welcome LGBT community involved in the offertory procession. Alongside them, cervical cancer sufferer Emma Vic-Fahuna and Olive Foley, the widow of the former Irish international rugby player Anthony Foley, and the family of one of the victims of the Omagh bombing.